What's it up, guys? Welcome back with a brand new podcast video. I hope you guys are having a great day. So we are back on the podcast today. I hope you guys are having a great day, and yeah, we're back. So I just want to let everybody know I'm actually going to be live streaming tomorrow on Twitch. If you guys want to go see me there, go there. We're going to be playing like a lot of games. We're going to do a lot of different stuff. So it's going to be super amazing. Just come check it out. Probably gonna be live around 8:30, so and probably end at 12, probably midnight. I have no clue. Depends how long we go for. So it's gonna be like ain't kind of bad. So anyway, this podcast is talk about the KSI Boston match and different YouTubers and stuff like that. So that's what it's gonna be. I know why you guys want me to talk about my life, and I know I called it life podcast, but it's gonna be different other stuff too, so just letting you guys know. So first matchup we got is I think it's Bad Temper and Swim. Me personally, I don't know, it's really hard because I watched the layout today, or the face off, whatever it's called. I think the layout. I watched it today. My Temper was good. Don't get me wrong. He was like good. He looked like he's ready for the fight. Swim, he was good too. I'm not gonna lie. He was really good. And Swim had 4 knockouts, more than that, I guess. Yeah, it's tough. I like Bad Temper. Can obviously face and stuff like that. I gotta put them. So obviously I'm going with Bad Temper, but yeah, it's gonna be a good matchup. I think that fight's gonna be super fun, and I think it's gonna be crazy. Whoever wins, you know. So the next person we all been waiting for is Judgy versus Boosie. We've been waiting for it. Obviously, you guys know I'm actually going with Judgy, because obviously I want him to win. He won a couple fights, so I think he deserved to win this fight. So I'm going with Judgy. So obviously I like Boosie, I like him, but I'm going with Judgy. I'm sorry, I just you gotta win. So yeah, who's the next person? It's some like random guy. I have no freaking idea who it is. He like dressed up like it was weird. It kind of creeped me out though. But who is it? I can't even know his name. Just let me know. There's a couple people on this thing. I have no idea who they are. I'm gonna be honest and real. But there's one guy. He's like Irish or whatever, and it's pretty entertaining, I'm not gonna lie. So he's pretty big, and then one guy I have no idea who he is. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't know who he is. So I think the guy talking so much, it's gonna win. But when you talk so much and anything that's possible, you probably get knocked out or whatever. So yeah, I don't know who's gonna win that fight, but it's gonna be a good fight. I just don't know the names, I'm gonna be honest. So, Kennedy versus Face Sensei. That match is gonna be good. I feel like that match is, it's gonna be a good, so I feel like that match is gonna be something crazy, like, something crazy, and, yeah, I think that's gonna be good. Yeah, I think that's gonna be. I'm probably gonna go with his name. I'll probably go with Kenny. I think I'm gonna go with him. I think I'm saying his name right. I hope I am. Just read in the comments I'm saying his name right. So, the finally last one we all been waiting for, and let's hope the Jake Paul thing will happen. It's happening to happen next year. So, KSI versus Swarm. So I don't know who he is, but obviously, I gotta go with my boy KSI. Like, obviously, I have to go with him. Like, I'd be dumb not to. No, like, I'm going with KSI. So I think that match, he's gonna be fighting 2 times. He's gonna be fighting that one guy. I have no idea who he is. I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't know. But yeah, I feel like he's gonna beat both of them. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm pretty excited for that. And if he beat both of them, the Jake Paul and KSI will be happening. So, or it's happening no matter what, but it's going to be happening. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that. I'm super excited for the whole event, and I'm gonna be watching it tomorrow. Probably I might be on stream, probably not, because I don't want my stream to get taken down or get copyright or whatever. So, yeah, that fight is gonna be good. I think that fight is gonna be super amazing. I'm super ready for all the guys, whoever, like, and you know what, they're all gonna be great. You know, like, I had a day, so it's all like fun and stuff like that. Like, I want to do YouTube Boston, but I know I can't really do it because I have health issues and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna watch. That's pretty much what I'm gonna do, and I'm pretty freaking excited for it. Cause let's be real, this might be the good event we have in a long time in the YouTube space. So, and a lot of events happened in the past, wasn't really good, a lot of issues, a lot of like fighters wasn't getting paid and stuff like that. So yeah, it wasn't great. So KSI hosting this, I think it's gonna be awesome, and everybody on his team, obviously it's gonna be awesome. So I'm pretty freaking excited for a whole event, a whole thing. So it's been a while we see KSI in the ring. I think the last time we saw he fought Logan, and the last time we saw him in 2019, so that's a really long time ago. So yeah, he's back. He's super back, and I'm super pumped, and I'm just ready to just watch it and have fun with it. I'm not betting no money, I'm gonna be honest. So I think the next thing we're gonna talk about on this podcast, the schedule of my podcast. I talked a little bit about it, my podcast, and I want to maybe post on Monday. I'm just gonna post whenever I feel like it. Cause the podcast, I don't really have to stress about it. Cause it's a podcast, it's just a video. You just talk a long time, kind of like a live stream and stuff like that. So I don't really have to stressed about it. So that's what my plans are with the podcast. So it's gonna be like whatever day I feel like it. Who knows, we might do it every day. Probably not, but probably like once a week or whatever I feel like posting. Cause I realize when I post a really long time, like every week, I get really burnt out. Like a lot of YouTubers don't actually explain this, but when you be a YouTuber and you really want to do it, it's best to get burnt out super quick, cause it gets tiring after a while being in front of the camera, putting all your energy in the camera and stuff like that. So this best with that. So no, I'm ready for this whatever come my way. But yeah, that's what it's what else to talk about? Well, I got this shirt. Before I say, I'm gonna start wearing in the videos. You guys better see me wear like black and gray or whatever. I'm gonna start wearing this cutlery stuff for the podcast. And obviously off camera. So I'm gonna start like wearing cutlery stuff because I want like what? I guess happy. Happy. And yeah. So. It left me wearing a lot of cutlery stuff, so I'm still gonna wear like same stuff, but obviously just left me to do that. Any other stuff going on? It's so calm this week. Like we talked about the boss and stuff. What else is going on? I mean, know about we talked about Twitch. That's what I'm doing. Oh, I'm going live every Saturday on Twitch. So, by the way, I'm going live every day on every day on Saturday. So check it out. I'm about to be going live tomorrow. So when this podcast go up today, I'll be live tomorrow. So at 8:30. So go check it out. I think I always explained that beforehand, but you know what? It's a podcast. I'm gonna ramble, so it's okay. So we talk about the KSI stuff. We talk about that. Any else stuff for me to talk about? I think the next podcast I'm doing, I already planned this podcast for next week. I'm gonna be talking about aliens. So I'm gonna be talking about aliens on this podcast, and I'm gonna be talking about it next week. I feel like aliens are real, a little bit, but I have my own theories on it. So I'm using my light with my the camera. So yeah, that's what we're doing next week. So it's gonna be super cool. But this podcast, we're gonna talk about a little bit what UFOs. So UFOs. If UFOs are real. Me personally, I feel like they're pretty real. I think they're really real, and a lot of people capture them on camera. Obviously, there's a lot of things that people capture on probably Photoshop to be honest and real. Like someone probably took a picture and photoshopped them and be like, "This is real." It probably did a Photoshop, but it's weird that a couple while ago, something got put out saying UFOs are real. I can't remember the name of it for some reason. And they put it out, and they're freaking saying, "Oh, it's real," whatever. And people just say, "Nah, that's not real at all." So be careful with that. But if UFOs are real, I feel like they are. People say they are, and I kind of have a little experience of it. Cause when I was a kid, outside, well, I wasn't really a kid at the time. I was kind of like a teenager, whatever, kind of like that. But I was outside, I was playing basketball, and I was playing basketball, shooting, and I spotted something in the air, and really super strange, right? It's super strange, and it's like a black kind of thing, and it's like a kind of like a rocket, pretty much. That's how I explain it. Picture this water bottle, right? It's kind of like going over it, and what it is obviously kind of like the water bottle, but I'm kind of putting out. But it's super weird because I woke up, because I was shooting my basketball, just my own business. And I remember waking up and I just saw this little black thing going across the sky. I'm like, okay. It's probably tripping or it's an exclamation, but it wasn't making wild noise. So I'm looking and it's going super quick, and it all of a sudden disappeared. I'm like, okay, well, that's super creepy. So that's the thing I have experienced, but it's really weird. I don't talk about it to anybody because I don't want people to think I'm crazy. But I physically saw it, but I didn't know what it actually was. So yeah, it's super creepy. It's I think UFOs are real. I feel like they are, and so many people think they are. And I feel like we're not really alone on this earth. That's for the next podcast. We're gonna talk about aliens and stuff like that. So I like to talk about these things because entertain the podcast and stuff like that. So yeah, why I'm into my hands was, I had no idea. So I feel like UFOs are real. I feel like we're not getting watched, but I'm gonna talk about it a little bit here. How about that? I'll talk about it a little bit here about aliens, but the next podcast I'm gonna talk about Bowie in the next podcast. So I'm gonna talk about a little bit here. So I feel like aliens are real. Yes, I do think aliens are real, but I don't think what we see on movies or whatever. I feel like they're kind of like people like us in a way. but you'll be walking on the street. You had no idea that person might be an alien, just walk by and you walk behind and disappear. You had no idea. So I don't feel like, obviously they're not on the Earth, but they're like up there. But yeah, I don't think they're kind of like what we think it is. So I think it's kind of like people like us, but that disappears. So that is super weird. So that's a little bit I'm gonna talk about it here. I'm gonna talk about more in the next podcast. But I feel like we talk lots. I feel like we talk about that. I am making more music very soon. That is coming next year. Oh, I want to talk about a little bit more about my Patreon. You guys didn't see the last podcast, couple podcasts. Go check my Patreon out. Starting in a couple weeks, I'm gonna be posting my first video on there. It's gonna be like short videos and stuff like that. And maybe podcast. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really started about the podcast. And yeah, go check it out. Go, see it and whatever. You have to pay for it, obviously. I know a lot of people probably like, well, we have to pay for it, and then we get it on, on the podcast. On the Patreon, I'm gonna be showing you guys more about my life. Obviously you guys won't see it on camera, but through my main channel, cause I do like more reaction videos. I'm gonna be showing behind the scenes, kind of like how I set up my videos, or how I process intros, or whatever. You guys get to see it, cause no one don't get to see it often. So kind of like a behind the scenes things what I do for social media wise, and stuff like that. And who knows, I might take guys out I'm out. So that'd be super cool. You guys now get to see that on YouTube itself. Yeah, so Patreon is something I want to start. Got a lot of people start Patreon for a reason. A lot of like YouTubers have their own platform. I try to build my own platform. Kind of like my website. Doing the worst right now. It's taking a really long time. I really like to. I have to take breaks from it. It's just really like too much. Building a website too just a story. So yeah, it's very much, but I'm super excited for the Patreon because I get to be myself. Kind of like how the podcast, I get to be, truly myself and truly who I am. And I get to talk about stories and stuff like that. So it's kind of like that. But this Patreon is so different. It's gonna show like when I'm out or whatever. I'll probably bring my camera. Right now my camera has a little bit issues. I'm not gonna lie about that. They keep bringing up blue stuff. I don't understand that, but I'm gonna get the best for I start to Patreon 2023. And yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super pumped. And I'm super ready for the new journey. Cause honestly, being a YouTuber for a very long time is get tough. Now, a lot of people want to be a YouTuber, and I'm not saying you should not be a YouTuber, but when you get into it, especially it's gonna be very hard to, talk or whatever. Cause when I started YouTube, I didn't know how to communicate on camera, cause I didn't like my voice is so well and stuff like that. And my first video ever crappy, like honestly super crappy. Like I'm using it on a webcam on a computer. Now I got a camera now. So this is mama when it first started, this is not what you do. Don't think about views, don't think about all these things. It's not what you do. I think what it is when people want to start YouTube, they think about the views and think about the subscribers and whatever. I think about my subscribers, but what I'm saying, like the views wise, it doesn't really matter. Do what you love and do what you're born to do. So what I'm doing. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna end this podcast here. Please drop a like to enjoy this video. It's your boy Jordan Barber. Make sure you subscribe to the bell, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.